Okay, everybody. Again, welcome to the Business Analyst Series 2023. This is week 3, session 6. So for the next 90 minutes, we will be hearing from our experts on the content that they have today. If you have any questions, please put them in chat. You guys have done a really good job. And if there's anything that we haven't answered at the end of the session, we always leave that open for Q&A. If you guys would keep yourself on mute during this, during the presentations until we ask you to unmute, that would be great. And we'd love to get to know you. So make sure you put your information in LinkedIn, your LinkedIn information in the chat. If you have any questions after the session, just make sure you guys access the forum links in order to provide us with those questions, and we'll respond to you. So we're recording the session. I'll put the URL where you can find it tomorrow in the chat, and just have fun. And going to go one more time through our team today. I'm Diana. I'm the Community Marketing Manager for UiPath Americas. We have Christina here, who's the Global Manager for the Marketing Community. Manjula, who's the founder of the Next Innings. We have Mukesh, who's the RPA Manager at Boundary Lists. And we have Ashwathi, who's our Academic Alliance Partner at UiPath. So again, this is week 3, session 6. We'll have 2 more product sessions next week, 7 and 8. And then we're going to go into the demo days and all that. Just want you guys to know that, you know, I know there's a lot of questions about the demo days. Don't worry. We've sent you the project templates. Hopefully you're working on that. During that 9th session, we'll actually give you time to ask more questions about that, help you along. So all this is really geared to provide you guys with support. And if you do have any questions as you're working through those templates, again, please use the forum to put that in there. So our speakers today are Devyani, who's a senior RPA business analyst at Boundary Lists Automation. We have Christian, who's an automation solution architect at FanDuel. He's also a UiPath MVP. And we have Dan Fishkin, who works for Tapestry and is an MVP for UiPath as well. So again, we're on session 6. At the end of the talk today, we're going to be doing another Menti quiz. So you have an opportunity to win an award. We'll award the top 3 winners, like we've done in the past couple of weeks. I've gone through this before, but you know, the recommendation is when you get done with this series is just to make sure that you guys look at these 2 courses, the UiPath Document Understanding Overview, the UiPath Communication Mining Overview. This isn't something that we're going to go through, but if you have any questions while you're taking the classes, you can always put those on the forum as well. Okay, so I'm going to turn it over now to Devyani. Hi, Devyani, you're on mute. There you go.
Yeah. Hello, everyone, and thank you, Diana.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So, thank you, everyone, for being patient and be here with me. Let us start and resume where we left in our last session. So, I am going to share my screen. Okay. Before we start, can you please confirm if you can see my screen and if my voice is loud and clear?
I can see your screen and I can hear you very well.
Great. Thank you. So, okay, so this is session 6 where we are going to discuss, we can say continue the deep dive on UiPath task capture. The topics that we need to cover in the deep dive session are task capture using recorder, which we actually covered in our previous session only. Task capture by building process flow, then customizing the task capture, save and export option, and how we can import to task capture. So let's have a very quick recap for just 5 minutes. So in our last session, we discussed there are two options available in task capture to document or capture our process. So first option was build diagram, which is best suitable for complex processes. And next option that is available is capture the process directly using the recorder. And this is best suitable for simple and linear processes. Uh, then we also discuss about how we can use task capture using the recorder. So there we discuss about one use case. We covered this use case where we had this website and we need to simply from the Excel sheet copy some values and paste in the website. So basically there was interaction between two applications and it was very simple process with no decisions. So that is why we choose the recording option here. Then we also discuss how to record in detail. We start with capturing the process. Then we saw how the recorder is launched and how the capturing process happens in detail. We also covered how to customize as well our process flow after capturing it by going through the screens captured, how we enhance the screens by using the branding options that we have in task capture. And we also learn about a very important thing there, that is capture settings, where we discuss about all the three options, which are shortcuts, capturing mode, and the configuration. So today we are going to now start with how we can use another option called build workflow. In this option, first of all, we need to understand when and why this option is best suitable, which is in case of complex processes or a very big project where we need to divide the project into multiple smaller units. And one by one, we need to take these units and first start building the schema, or we can say the skeleton of the process. So like, for example, here we have use case number 2, where we need to verify the account position for the client. So this process is, again, we are seeing not much decision making. Just for the demo purpose I have chosen this, but in real scenario we may encounter much more complex projects, which includes multiple decision making, action points, and steps as well. So in this use case, if we see here, the process is quite lengthy, where there is an interaction between, we need to do interaction between right now only two applications, but maybe in complex scenarios, we may face like multiple applications also involved. So focusing on our use case only right now, we have two systems here. One is web-based system. Let me show you also. So let's make a very quick understanding what is the use case too, and then we will start how we can use task capture to document or to capture this particular process. So the process says that there is one web application called Acme, and here we have work items of type 5. So we have these work items. We need to go and search for work items number 5. And for those 5, work item number 1, verify the account position. And over here, what we need to do is we need to check the transaction that is mentioned here, the amount here, right? So we need to cross verify this amount in another system. which is a desktop-based system, right? So here there are multiple navigations we need to capture. We need to first of all search for the client, and then we need to check if it exists or not exists. So maybe, you know, there are decisions that we can include in the process, and then we need to also check if the amount matches or not. Now, going back to the major decision that has been mentioned here, which is if the system matches, both the system matches, what action needs to do, and if not matches, what exactly we need to do. So it's a quite lengthy process, and if we go using a capture process directly, we may end up messing up with our flow. So the best suitable option here is to build the process first. So as a business analyst, first thing that we need to do is make a good understanding what are the process steps. That is very, very important for us. We need to understand each, not only the process, but each task and how we can define them in, you know, a different a separate task, how we can club the similar task into one sequence and segregate them accordingly. So that's very important for us to understand, even before we start with capturing the process or defining the process. Usually what we can do is we can draft step by step what are the tasks, and then club the related steps into that particular task. Once we are clear with our steps, then we may now jump into our task capture, where we will start with new document. Okay, we will go to build the diagram. Now, here, by default, we will just see here a start event and an empty sequence. So, first of all, let's check that what are the basic options that are available, the basic shapes that are available to create our flow. So there are four shapes that are available, which are very basic. One is the sequence. We already discussed and saw it. This one is the decision. As the name says, we use this tool to indicate a major decision point. Next is an event. Event represents any trigger or a major event that we need to do. Like, for example, we have start, end, or maybe any other event that we want to represent in our flows. And lastly, we have swim lane. As we know, swim lane represent, creating our workflow more professional, where we can club the related task into one group. Moreover, we have BPMN, which involves these options, these tools. As per the need, we can use it. But for now, in our demo, I'll go with the basic one only. Also, there is a pool. Pool is a collection of a swim lane. Okay, so as we can see this is a pool. We can define our complete process here with each lane defining the related sequences of the task. Okay, now how we can build, we will focus on that. So when we click on the sequence or we activate any tool, we will get this plus sign. When we click on plus sign, we'll get the related options, which includes arrow and the other three basic tools along with capture. So it's very easy. As we can see, it's very easy and handy. We just need to click on capture sequence if we want to start with capturing the task over here, and it will simply launch the recorder. So if I click here, the recorder will be launched, right? Okay, Okay, it will take a moment, and like we already covered this, that how we can start, capturing the sequences. So to save our time, I have already created the flow which represents the use case that we just discussed, right? So as we can see, I have here used a pool defining my project and the two lanes representing the two applications. And with the help of clear steps that I have designed this particular process flow. So I'll take you through the process flow that here we have with us, which says we log into system one, we check if it is successful or not. After that, we navigate and select the correct verify account type. After that, we log into the system 3, the desktop application, check its successful login. We go to client details, we search for the client and check the required transactions. Then we make a decision whether the two systems are matching or not. And depending upon those, we take the respective actions back to the web application by maybe, as defined in the as is process we saw. So this is how we can build our process. First, we have a clarity, what are the steps, what are the tasks we need to do. Here we have also tried to make it look, more fancy and look good by customizing the options, the styling, the options that are available, and we can make it even more. This is very basic one that we have created here. We can even make it more fancy as per our need. Also, in the pool itself, you will get one option to add more links as per your requirements. You can do that as well. And not only these horizontal one, we also have the options for vertical swim lanes as well. So it's up to us how we want to define our workflow. Okay, so once we are ready with our workflow, how we can start capturing is simply we need to go here. Okay, here at the right side, you will get the option to start capture or add an image in an action. So, of course, we will be going with start capturing here. So our first task is to log into Acme system. So we are here ready with our recorder. Let's be ready with our application as well. Let me log out. Okay, now I'll start capturing where I'll go here and type the user ID. Sorry. Okay. So here ends my login part. So I'll just stop here. Okay, so in this way, just focusing on particular task, I completed the capturing of the process, the task that we are here dedicatedly looking into. Okay, so after closing it, we can go into the detail and customize our captured process accordingly, which we already discussed in our first session. Let me very quickly go through it. So here we are entering the username. I'm deleting the unwanted screens here. Then login. So here we are. Don't forget to hide the sensitive information. Yes. So very quickly we have here created the first task, capture the first sequence of the task that we need to perform. Okay. So like this, we go on one by one by capturing the task. Okay. So I'm not going to capture for all the task here. This was just a sample that I wanted to show how we can define and use the build diagram and then start capturing one by one for each task. Okay. Then let's go back to the slides. Okay. So, of course, we already discussed the tools that are available: sequence, decisions, events, and the pool. Rest are few of the advanced tools that are available. So, the three things right now what we covered is, the first thing we need to do is build the diagrams with the necessary action points, the task, or we can club the related step into one sequence or one task, right? Then we start capturing the steps for each task one by one. And also, please don't forget to customize the captured sequence into the meaningful way by adding the title, descriptions, branding, and etc. Also, we can make our workflow more attractive by giving the styling that are available. So the next topic that we are going to discuss now is save and export the file. So once we are ready with our flow, very important task is to export it for the further use. So usually for us, it's as a BA, that is going to be the Word format, the docx. The other options that are available are XAML for in Studio as well as Studio X and the image. Okay, so let's go and check one by one how we can do it. What other settings we can do specially for the Word format here. Okay, so when we go back to our file, okay, there is one more point that we should also understand, which is save. So the format in which the task capture file is .ssp. Okay, let me show you the saved file as well. This one. This is .ssp. This is the extension of task capture workflow files. So it's very good, in the real scenario, we ask the business team to use the task capture, capture the process flow and share it back to us. This in the form of save the workflow and share this file with back to us so that we can work on it and accordingly customize and export it into the PDT. So yes, coming back to the export option. So in files, we go here, we have export options, and these are the 4 options available. Mostly the Word document is the one which has the settings which we need to have a good look into. So when we open we select the Word option, the first screen that appears is the basic information that we need to enter, which is the title of the process, description, and the author. Okay. We also have here the template view. So basically when we go to next, it will anyways take us to the template view. So these are the PDDs templates that whatever the available templates will appear here. So by default, you are going to get Acme PDD or UiPath PDD or the Automation Hub PDD, right? You can also add your own template. I will show you how you can add and how we can customize our PDD in order to incorporate all the captured information in that PDD. Before that, let's also check the other options that are available that we are seeing here. First is the image quality. As the name says, we can customize the quality of the captured image from medium to high. Also, the image sizes. So here we have 3 options available: small, medium, and large. So as per our need, we can use these options, right? Now, how we can add our own template, our own, we can say, format. We all have our different templates of the PDD available in which we need to draft the process. So it's very easy again. Here is one option called add the template. When we click on this option, we just need to select the file, the Word file. Okay. So I have already here one of the file, and now the next thing, how we can customize to reflect all the captured things in our PPT. So for that, we have placeholders. We need to define these placeholder in our template. What are the placeholders? It's again very easy. We need to just click on what is placeholder link that is available there, and it will take you to the documentation section. So this is a very good source of information for you, that how you can create your own template, what are the placeholders, and how we can use these placeholders. So basically, these placeholders, as the name says, these are the holders, these are the variables which task capture through which the task capture identifies what exactly needs to be replaced or given in that particular section. So like, for example, if we define a variable called title enclosed in curly brackets, so the title that we defined in our first page when we were exporting title, description, and author, it will come here. Okay? Automatically in that portion. Similarly with the description. Now there is a list of the available placeholders that we can utilize, and you can explore them into detail here. Basically, as we can see, there are title, description, author, process dates, application count. So all these information are actually exported from task capture to the document itself, and we just need to define these placeholders, right? These are many details, as we can see, and you can explore them one by one by defining these into your templates in your own PDDs. Okay, there are many placeholders available to try on. So let's go back in this PDD as well. how we can edit, of course, there is an option. We go here and we have very basic actions that we can perform, that is rename, edit, save, and remove. Just by clicking on edit the template, your PDD will be launched, and there you can add your or modify your placeholders. So this is one sample here. Like I have defined one title, we have author, and like this, using the placeholder documentation, you will have, you can try it on. Okay. Now to see how this export and how, the export options for other available option works, I would like to hand it over to Christian to take over on the export option.
Sure thing, Devyani. Let me go ahead and share my screen real quick. So bear with me for 1 second. Now, the only thing to consider is I won't have the actions that Devyani added, for instance, to the first sequence, because she had sent me those prior, but I can show you what the export will look like, basically. So let me go ahead and share my screen. So please let me know that if you guys see the task capture screen.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So this is the flow that Devyani had designed and was showing in her presentation. So you can see here, this is the Acme System 1, Acme System 2, verify account position. So if we go over to the file and export, you can see that we have these the four options rather. So let's go through each one and see what gets generated. So the first one is this Word document. So we'll go ahead and we'll just call this verify account position. And we will put Devyani. And then I'm going to just choose the UiPath PDD. This also has an Automation Hub PDD, which is a lot of specifics relative to the information that's contained inside of Automation Hub. And so this is another useful template that can be used as well. And this is where you'll see if you create your own templates. You'll see those in here as well. So you can add additional templates, have your custom templates, and then be able to say, okay, I'm going to choose, my own template. But in this case, I'm going to select the UiPath PDD. So let me go ahead and press export. And I'm just going to go ahead and export it to my desktop, and we will call it verify account position. Of course, that is not what was supposed to happen. Let's try doing it again and see. I know Devyani was actually having issues as well with exporting. So bad luck that it's seeming to be the same here. But let's just go ahead and try again. I'll try the Automation Hub one in this case. And if that still doesn't work, we'll move on to the other. Yeah, and see if those give us any better luck. Because it should work fine. I'm not 100% sure why that wouldn't be working properly. Let's go ahead and try the export to UiPath Studio. We're going to say classic. And I'll actually just save it in my documents, save a new folder, and we'll call it use case 1. Yeah, unfortunately, I think I'm having the same trouble that you were having previously, Devyani. What I can show you is I think I do have previous ones saved. So if you just bear with me for 1 second, let me see if I can find one that was previously saved. Yeah, I guess I don't. I apologize. So unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to show the exports because I'm having the same issues that Devyani was having. I'd have to do a little bit of troubleshooting to understand what's going on there. But normally, I would say 9 out of 10 times, you're able to export those to those 4 different templates. And so the skeletons are the ones that are where we can choose for exporting to Studio or Studio X. And then as I showed previously with the actual Word document, we can export into the templates that are available or a template that we create. Not sure if you want to try again on your end, Devyani. Have you tried since you had issues yesterday?
Well, not yet. Let me give it a try now. Otherwise, we will troubleshoot it and I'll continue with the presentation with the next topic.
Perfect. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Yeah.
Christian, there is a question that if they encounter a similar error, which do they do?
I would say if you receive that error, the first thing I would do relative to this issue is look on the forums and see if there's anything on the forums specific to the error message that's being received, because I'm sure other folks have dealt with the same thing. But if for whatever reason you're unable to find, you could always reach out, make your own forum post. If you have support, you could reach out to the support team as well. But the forums, someone will have an answer for you. There's so many MVPs on there that help facilitate answers and things of that nature. And so if you have that, what I always do is whenever I encounter an error similar to what we just saw, I usually just go to Google and I'll type in UiPath as a prefix and then enter the error message that I received. And 9 times out of 10, I'll be able to find a forum post about that. So that's what I would recommend, is just perusing the forums and seeing if there's anything that you can find out there specific to the error message that you're receiving. Like, yeah, so for instance, I would Google this error message. So again, and you can always contact UiPath as well for additional help. So
Thanks, Christian.
Yeah, apologies, guys. I wish we were able to show that. It was working yesterday, so I installed some stuff this morning, like Python. So I don't know if that messed things up, but we'll move on.
Sorry
So
for
Devyani.
interrupting. I think as a learner, I can confirm that it works, because I tried exporting to Word, to Studio, and even to PPD, and it worked actually quite fine. So I think I can confirm it works, and it works very well.
Thank you, Juliet. I appreciate you letting us know that. Yeah, the normal behavior obviously is not to receive an error, so shouldn't be any issues there. But if there is, as I mentioned, the forums usually would have an answer, and that's actually what I'll do after this, is do some Googling around and see what's going on. Something silly, I'm sure it's an easy fix, but appreciate that feedback. Devyani, back to you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So let's continue with our next topic, which is importing the file. So here we have 2 options available. Right now we have only 2 types of import that we can do, which is from VCO diagram and BPMN diagrams. Okay. To have the more documentation or the information how to do it, what are the limits and everything, we have the UiPath documents section available, where we can go and check basically what exactly we can do with the import option. So here are the links. Let us go and check and try to import one of the file that I have prepared. So let me go back to the task capture with the new document 1, this one. So basically what we need to do is we need to go to files, we need to go to import and select the relevant options. Okay, so here we are seeing one VCO file already. I'll try to open it. So the basic VCO tools are supported in UiPath task capture, as we can see here. It's a very simple and a basic flow that I had created in VCO. And it is almost with the same structure has been imported here, apart from the for each. So for each in VCO, I had used a parallelogram. Since we do not have the mapping for parallelogram, it has automatically been replaced for a diamond. Okay. So this was a basic VCO flow. Exactly the same has been imported. Of course, there are few limitations. So like if you want to know more about the details, what exactly needs, be imported, we need to go and check in the documents that are available. Okay? But very easily we can import the VCO files, as we can see. Okay. Now, moving on to the best practices. So during our session, I have already highlighted the 3 major things that we need to keep in mind, which are these. First is efficiently managing the recorded action, that is customizing. So first is the capturing settings. We need to take care of it before we start. Once we captured it, we need to customize accordingly and come up with the final version. So it's not only capturing the actions, but we need to manage it very smartly. Second is choosing the suitable process for creation method. We already discussed in our previous session that build diagram is for complex processes, how we can divide the related tasks into the sequence and then start capturing one by one dedicated for each task. While for very simpler tasks, we can straight away go to capture option using the recorder. So before we start, please consider this first, which process method, creation method you want to use. And lastly, and very important thing, which is handling the sensitive data. Since we are actually, the capture will be actually interacting directly with the systems. So it will be taking the screenshot and the sensitive data information, we need to handle that as well. So please consider this while creating the PDDs or customizing your capture process. For the additional sources, we have task capture documentation available where everything has been mentioned. And of course, our UiPath Academy link for the deep dive, where you will get the same things that we have discussed in the form of very interactive and videos way, where you can go and watch and learn about the task capture and how we effectively use it in our real-time scenarios. So team, that's it from my end. Diana, over to you.
So just give me a second and I'm going to put the Mente information in the chat.
Okay, so we'll open the Menti, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, I'll be prepared. Guys, are you all prepared for the Menti? And can you let me share screen so I can share with them the code, the
Yeah,
QR?
go ahead, you can share. Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
I'm putting the code in the chat as well.
Okay. So here you have the QR code, or you can just scan it. It's easier from mobile to join. It will take you straight into the quiz room if you scan the QR code. No need for link and password. You'll just enter the quiz room. I'll leave this on for like 10 more seconds so everyone can join through the QR code, and then I'll also paste it, the link and password and link in the chat. Yeah, you have it there. So let us know if you are able to join the quiz room. You can just place a yes.
This is a great way to check your knowledge.
Yes, and earn some UiPath swag as well. Let's not forget about that. Let's see what we have here. Okay, so we have 9 now. We'll wait a bit more so you guys can join.
You people are unable to join, Chris? It's not open?
It's open. If people manage to join now, it's definitely open and the number is rising. So people are joining now. And I can try it for myself actually with my mobile. Let me check if I can join from mobile. So let's see.
Chris, can you copy the code from the Menti screen
The
and
quiz is not open. Okay, let me just stop sharing a bit. But it's weird because people join.
Yeah.
Let's just.
Hi. Hello.
Okay, we have.
I think, yeah, I
Right,
think it is
we have
because
69 players in, so people are in the quiz room now, and they should be able to join. So there's no problem on that side.
okay, great. We'll just give you guys another few minutes.
Yeah, I'm leaving this on the screen, and I'm trying again with my mobile. Let's see. Yeah, it's open. Definitely, it works. Let us know in chat if you're still encountering problems. All good, all good. Okay, good. It just needed a refresh. So
Okay.
it had a lag. Okay, we're waiting, don't worry. Let's see how many we have now. 93 players. Come on, we need more. We're 140 in the session. Let's take it up to over 100. It's easy, so you just have to answer fast. I'm sure you will answer correctly. I'm leaving this 5 more seconds on the screen for you to join.
Thanks for adding the frog picture in the chat.
Someone is, yeah, okay. You're ready, the frog is ready. Thank you, Rafal. Good. Okay, let's see. Oh, wait. Okay, we'll start. So, what are the main capabilities of task capture? Remember, answer fast if you can. Build test cases and run automations. Capture processes, edit the results and export in various formats. Standardize processes and identify automation candidates. So this is about task capture and main capabilities. It's an easy one if you paid attention. Whoa,
Good
very
job.
good. Very good, impressive result. Very good. Congratulations, everyone. Let's go to the leaderboard to see how we stand on that one. Remember, this will change throughout the questions because we have 4 and each time the leaderboard is very dynamic until the end. So what you see now will most probably not be the final end result. We have Tiger Baby leading now, closely followed up by Vinod and Mitchell. Yeah, Tiger Baby is a very nice name. Let's go to the next question if everyone is ready. So this is question 2 out of 4. Remember, answer fast but correctly. How many methods for capturing the processes are available in task capture? It's just a number. So how many methods do you have to capture in task capture? Okay, good
Nice.
again. Seems like everyone is doing wonderful.
Yeah, you
on
guys
this
are
one.
paying attention.
Definitely, we're so glad. But then again, we have very good trainers as well. So let's see the leaderboard. Okay, so we managed to keep the first 2 positions. This is impressive. I don't think this ever happened before.
Yeah.
Tiger Baby and Vinod, and almost so close, just 5 points apart. Incredible. Okay, question number 3 out of 4 you have today. Okay, and remember, look, you have 96 competitors, 95, 96 now, because we're 97. Oh, even growing. Answer fast, guys. What are the options available to export the task capture workflow diagram? UiPath Studio, MS Word, Microsoft Visio, UiPath Studio, MS Word, Microsoft Visio, UiPath Studio X, UiPath Studio, MS Word, Image, JPEG, UiPath Studio X. That's a lot of data there.
Yeah.
So what are the options available to export? Okay,
Good.
good.
So that's
Yeah.
one to remember.
Definitely, yeah. Many options to export, including image, JPEG. I think this was the tricky one.
Yeah.
But still, you guys did good. So let's see the leaderboard. Oh my God, Tiger Baby is really Tiger Baby and Vinod
Holding
and
on.
Lakshmi also
Yeah, they're
managed
holding on. That's amazing.
holding on. Still a bit of points apart. So Vinod, you need to be fast,
Yeah.
but you're still in top 3, so it's good. Okay, now the last questions. The last question. So be careful, guys. Answer fast, but answer correctly. For background capturing mode, what is the correct statement? There is no background capturing mode available. Captures the actions of keyboard and mouse using foreground recorder. Captures all of the actions of keyboard inputs at the background. So the background capturing mode, what is the correct statement? Oh. Okay, so this seems, it was a difficult one, it seems.
This is a tricky question.
Yeah, a bit more in depth, I guess. Something to jog your memory. There is no background capturing mode available. So this is the correct answer. And I think it's a happy answer for all of you that there is no background capture mode available. Okay, let's go to the leaderboard now and to see our 3 winners. Ready, everyone? Okay, so we managed to keep the top 3 positions
Wow.
for the last 3 questions. This is a record. So we have Tiger Baby, Vinod, and Lakshmi as the winners. Each of you please DM Diana with your email addresses so you can get the swag vouchers. Yeah, so Tiger Baby, Vinod, and Lakshmi, please DM with your email Diana in the Zoom chat. Thank you everyone for participating. We hope this was fun.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
And now we'll jump back to Q&A.
Anna, we should ask them to say hi to us, whoever is a winner, just to see them. Who's
Yeah.
that baby?
Can you guys take out, show yourself on camera?
Yeah, say hi to us, all the 3 people.
Good job.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Congratulations. That's great.
Okay. Says Marisa as a Tiger Baby?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Awesome. Good. Congrats.
Thank you.
And Lakshmi also we are able to see. That's really amazing. So congrats to 3 of you. It's amazing to see.
Thank you.
Very good. So, Devyani and Kristen, I think at this point, we're going to be opening it up for questions. If anybody has anything, any questions they want to ask about task capture, now is the time.
Hi, Diana. I have a question. Like in this capture, only we can capture the process or any integrations from any other, like suppose if we are creating a diagram for a software system, so can it be capture the integrations also with other application?
Okay. If these integrations involves clicking or typing or hotkey interactions, so yes. So it depends how this integration is working. Okay, so for capture, what I'm trying to say is that capture identifies the event that happens that we used to do when we are interacting with the applications, right? So it all depends the event that you are using. So for example, this integration that you are talking about, if it involves, does it involves clicking or selecting something?
No, from the backend, it has like connected, integrated, like integration with the database and all things is going to like, if I need to create a diagram with so many integration with other tools and applications, databases, in that case, how do I need to proceed with?
Okay, so in that case, the first thing maybe you can do, if that's a background thing, you can simply import the images of the background. There is option, right? Adding the images, right? So one way is to do that if it does not involve any event or trigger, clicking, typing, or any interaction with the system itself. So that is going to be little somewhere around that we can do is adding explicitly the image of that particular integration that we can do. It all depends how you want to design your process flow.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, hi. So Vinod here. I have one question. So is this capability of editing the PDD template is available in task mining also? Just curious. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, for task mining, I'm not sure. We have other experts here as well. Christian, if you're here, if you know about if task mining will have this option available.
Sorry, Christian, you're on mute.
Apologies for that. I'm in kind of in the same boat as Devyani. I want to say yes, because I believe task mining is kind of just an evolution of task capture. So I believe it uses the same foundation. So I want to say yes. I would have to double back and confirm that.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not sure
yeah,
if
and
Mukesh
just
or Dan is on, if either of them have that answer, but I can look into that.
Sure. So just one more follow-up question. So to change this PDD template, I'm like, if we want to create our own template, there are a lot of those variables and the objects are there which we need to create. Can we just edit the? I'm like, the main concern would be just to change the UiPath logo and put our company logo. So can we just edit the existing template and replace those images?
Yes.
That's a
We
good
can do.
starting
Okay.
place. It's a good place to start, especially when you're trying to understand how those placeholders work and things like that. You can edit those templates. Yes.
Okay. Sure. Thanks.
Actually,
There's a question
create.
in the chat.
Yeah.
What is the Acme type PDD, like Automation Hub, UiPath PDD template? You can use either. It just depends on the way you want the data to output. So the UiPath PDD is kind of your more standard PDD. And then the Automation Hub is relative to the information, a lot of like metrics and things like that to capture ROI and that type of information. So it really depends on what you're looking to achieve with the output, when to use which template.
Okay, and which one is the best one to use? Is it any specific you would recommend?
I personally like using the UiPath PDD template because I find that because typically I'm using it more for development purposes or for solutioning rather, and so I find that one is the one that I prefer. But I think it really is personal preference.
Got it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. It looks like we have a hand raised too from Praharasha. Please go ahead and ask your question.
Yes, so what is the purpose of UiPath task capture in the context of process automation?
So the purpose is to quickly enable users who are not super familiar with the technology, a platform for them to go ahead and generate process definition documents, diagramming, and to really, like I said yesterday, or Monday rather, that this typically takes place in the analysis phase. So in the kind of spectrum of the life cycle of RPA project, in the analysis phase, typically we're gathering requirements, we're documenting those requirements, and then we're making sure that the business is in line with what will be handed off to the developers for them to go ahead and build. And so the purpose of task capture in that vein is to, like I said, enable the business users and SMEs to have a tool that they can use to input their own personal expertise, because obviously they're the ones who are the experts with the process itself. And so it enables those users to generate input that can then be used by the Center of Excellence members and RPA developers, if that makes sense. I'm not sure if Devyani, you had anything else you wanted to add.
Completely agree with you. Completely agree.
Hope that answers
And
your question.
also, two more questions. Could I ask now or later?
Oh, please, I go ahead and ask.
One may be a silly question, this one. So, will it be like the PDD templates which we have or which we make on our own or added? Will it be possible for it to be public for everyone or no? No, right?
I don't know. No, it's tied to the templates live in a folder locally. So it's not something that, I mean, we can certainly share templates. So theoretically, I could create a template and share it with you, send it over to you for you to use, but you would have to go ahead and add that template to task capture to be used.
To task capture, yes.
Correct.
Okay.
Excellent question.
And also another one is, how does UiPath task capture facilitate the creation of process diagrams?
So for that one, I think what you're asking is, how do we generate process diagrams within task capture? Is that the question? I just want to make sure I understand the question.
Yes, that kind of, but how does it facilitate the creation? I'm asking.
I mean, we can use, as we showed, the build diagram and the capture process. And so what Devyani kind of was describing Monday and today is a hybrid approach where we build our diagram manually to document the flow as it currently exists, and then using the capture process to kind of fill in the blanks, fill in those actions specific to the sequences. Devyani, I'm not sure if you have anything you'd like to add to that.
Yes, exactly. Actually, you covered Christian on that. Yeah.
So hopefully that answers your question.
And then
Yes,
I
it
have
does.
one question in chat, which is, what is the full form of BPMN?
Well, to be very honest, I only use VCU. Usually, I don't go with BPMN, but it's a kind of another way, just like VCU. We have a tool which is used to create the flows, and the extension for it is BPMN, and we can simply import it. So usually, for me, I always go with VCU if required, and export it, to capture.
Sure. Thank you.
And as you're seeing in the chat, that's business process model and notation. So that's just a standard acronym.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, and then I think we have another hand up. Side Chen. You can ask your question.
Hello. I posted a question, which is a quiz when I did the e-learning, but I don't think there's a correct answers, because the correct answer mentioned pressing the enter key, I can generate a screenshot. But I feel it's like clicking the mouse, I should be able to generate a screenshot. So I want to know if this question, the answers to this question is wrong or not.
No, I believe that's the right answer, because basically if I'm doing, like, say, a login or something like that, and when I press the enter key, I believe it's going to generate a screenshot. Now, providing the action title, moving the mouse, scrolling the mouse, and moving the cursor, none of that would actually generate, a sequence in your capture. So I do believe that's the right answer in the context of that quiz.
But then when I tried that in text capture, when I press the enter key, there's no screenshot.
No screenshot generated.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'd have to double check, but for the context of that quiz, I do believe that's the answer. I'd have to see.
Okay.
That's in
So I have
the.
another.
Is that in the academy training?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Got it.
the assignment we need to hand in every week. I have another question. So you guys mentioned we can export the Studio X, some stuff.
Mhm.
So my question is, if that's the case, we need to that is only for the solution, for those solution which has the UI activities, right? So if the Studio X or the solution does not have any UI activities, what is the output of those? Because you guys didn't show what those looks like.
My understanding is that it's just sequences, like empty sequences. So it would spit out kind of a shell of what's relative to the diagram that you imported, or rather that you're exporting. So it would be just empty sequences basically in that scenario, is my understanding.
So there's no specific actions pre-built. So there's like shell sequences only, right?
Only when you're interacting with the UI, and that's why there's that level of where we set the selector to low, medium, or high, the capture of the selectors. So if we have that on high with all the extensions installed and we're interacting with the UI, we're going to generate a more sophisticated skeleton inside of Studio and Studio X. But if we're not interacting with the UI and we're only building a diagram, and then we're not really entering any actions or doing anything inside that diagram, my understanding is that it would just spit out a shell kind of, and an empty shell with the sequences structured in the same fashion that is structured in the flow.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
No more questions. Thank you.
Appreciate your questions.
That was very
Hendrik, would you like to unmute? Hendrik? Would you unmute, please? You have your hand raised. Okay, maybe not. So we have some more questions in the chat, I think. Some of them were answered. It appears that the solution presented today looks different from the solution for test case 2 from the UiPath Task Capture Deep Dive course. Why is that?
solution presented today looks different from the solution for the test case. Okay, yes, the use case that we have presented today is not from the course. It was a different use case. So of course it will be different. It's not the same from the course.
Yeah, the content in the sessions, since these are live sessions and you have trainers, will not be identical to what you have in the courses, but it will help you greatly to complement the courses in Academy. And I see we also have a question about the Academy assignments. 15 hours of self-study training is the assignment, or is it more than that? 15 hours it is. It is the Business Analyst Foundation course in Academy. I will reshare the link now in the chat, and I will let Diana continue to assist you. Let me find the link.
Yeah, and just remember there are more than one learning path. So when you go to our series page, you'll find out the exact one you're supposed to be following. Just make sure that you're following that one.
It's actually 14 hours and a half, and I will share you the link now. So this is the foundation course in Academy. Oh, actually, wait. No, I think I might be wrong. Wait. I think I did the same error. So, this is analyst foundation. But you receive after each session the exact courses which you have to take. So after each session, each of you received the wrap-up email, and also the wrap-up email was captured in the forum. So if you go to those links, you have the exact assignment after each course, and you really can like fraction your learning very paced, because it's only 2 assignments each week. So it's very, very well paced.
Right, we're just doing the foundation path. We're not doing the advanced path.
Yeah, this is the one. I'm just sharing it now. So Automation Business Analyst Foundation, this is the link. So actually what you're doing is you're proceeding through the learning path in this whole course, 2 assignments per week. But we advise you like to stay on course, do the 2 assignments each week. Each week you have to complete them by Sunday end of day. And you have a link to upload the certificates. So if there are any other questions regarding the learning path and the self-study part, let us know. You can also tell us. Okay.
Right.
I have also posted here the link for the document where you can find the placeholders for creating your own template. So you can also refer to that.
Thank you,
Sure.
Devaney.
Thank you.
And I just would like to say one more thing. I placed in the chat, I did a document with our whole set of resources, because we have been asked to do this. So you have now the Google Drive link to a document that contains absolutely all the resources starting session 1. I will repost the link now so you can all have it. So this is very important. Copy, have it till the end of the series. It will guide you. It will be updated every first day. Yes, with the full resources, and you will be able to find everything here. The recordings, the Zoom chat exports, the Academy assignments, the forms for upload, everything you need will be in this document. I just put it together now during the session so you can all access it and use it.
Thank you, Chris. So we have Hendrik has his hand raised. Do you want to ask a question?
Yes, hi everyone. Hi everyone. Sorry, I had network issues. I had my hands raised earlier. I just want to find out when do you use, can you use both build diagram and Visio at the same time? That is, you start with build diagram, and then when is there a need to use Visio, upload Visio, or are there any specific requirements to use that?
So if I understand correctly, you are saying that at the same time you want to use the build diagram option, and also you want to use import option from to import some file.
Sure.
Okay. Theoretically, I think yes, but there is a sequence, of course. You need to import first, because in that way you will get your predefined schema, and on top of it, you can start building of your own sequence. Like, for example, if I can share my screen. Okay. So like screen share and this one. So just now I imported this one. So on top of it, if I want to build my diagram, I can simply continue by adding the sequences here, right?
Okay.
Right. So this is my empty sequence. I can continue on top of it.
Get you.
I hope that makes sense.
Yes, it does. It does. Thank you.
Diana, I was wondering whether we can maybe share 1 minute about the MVP program deadline, if anyone is interested in the MVP program, because I don't think we did that till now.
Sure.
Okay, let me just put on the screen. So guys, I don't know how many of you are familiar with the community MVP program. This is our biggest advocacy program in UiPath community. Each year we select our top community contributors and top experts in UiPath technologies for this program. And just yesterday, we extended the deadline for applications till December 8th. I will share the link in the chat. So if anyone, any of you is interested, or maybe he has colleagues like more technical colleagues also, you can share it within your company if you think you have a good pool of expertise within your companies. Share the program with them. They have until December 8th still to apply. And yeah, I think to be a UiPath MVP, you can hear from our trainers what it means to become UiPath MVP. Maybe Christian can tell you a few words. You will find all the details here about the program description, structure, benefits and incentives, what are the criteria to become a UiPath MVP, and also the technology structure, like the technology pillars in UiPath for which you can apply to become a UiPath MVP. These are the categories. You also have here the submission form, the application form to apply till December 8th. Christian, would you like to give a bit of insight, like just 2 words about being a UiPath MVP, maybe?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So this is my first year as UiPath MVP, and the experience has been absolutely wonderful. It's an awesome opportunity. The platform is wonderful. The opportunity, my favorite was the meetup that we had, the MVP meetup. The opportunity to meet with all the other MVPs I'm based in AMER. So that's the MVPs that I met. So we all met up in Seattle, and it was so much fun, and it was such a humbling experience to be surrounded by such bright, brilliant minds. I learned so much. So really just that in itself, that opportunity, it is enough incentive in my opinion, but there's so many benefits that come with it. It's really great for professional growth as far as your career. It's a good kind of kickstart to really get things moving. It's a great opportunity to do events like this, to share your knowledge with others, and it's just really fulfilling. It's been a wonderful experience, and I have learned just so much from my fellow MVPs, and I've grown just in doing events like this and contributing more and more, and it's been really great. So it's a good experience overall, and I recommend it to anyone who has a passion for automation, like I'm sure all of you do that are here today.
Thanks, Christian.
Thank you very much. Okay, Diana, can you take
Yeah.
on sharing? Thank you.
So one last call for any last questions. Okay, so next week again is our last product week. We're going to provide you more information on the final projects too, and then what you can expect from the last week regarding careers and projects. So please take the rest of the week to do your self-study courses, and if you have any questions, just please reach out on forum. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye,
everybody. Be well.
everyone.
Thank
See you
you,
next
everyone.
week.
Thank you.